The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fairfield Warde High School for tonight's FCIAC Boys Basketball Semifinal on the HAN Network. With John Kovach and our entire crew, I'm Rob Adams. And tonight, two games for you, semifinals. Game number one, the Westhill Vikings take on the Trumbull Eagles. John, the Vikings, the defending champions. This is a rematch of last year's semifinals. For the Eagles, revenge on their mind.
Revenge on their mind, and it's going to be an upset for the defending champs to get a crack at holding on to that trophy on Thursday night.
For the Vikings, it's been an up and down year. The Eagles very consistent. At times, they've been the number one team in the conference. If not number one, they've been number two. They've had a very good year, and they've got the player of the year in Jack Moore.
That they do. It's going to make a huge difference. And Trumbull is coming in down one of their players after two techs in that marathon Saturday.
Certainly a big story coming into tonight is the loss of Ben McCullough. The double technicals the other day. He is out for this game with an automatic one-game suspension. That's a big loss for the Eagles. He's a big presence for them.
It's a huge loss for them. They're the high seed. You'd have to see if Westhill tries to run with them, which they've had success with.
For the Vikings, can they get hot behind the hand of Tyrell Alexander?
Remains to be seen. They had a tough time on Saturday, as everybody did. And they were one of the ones that had an easy route. They didn't have to work overtime. Everybody else either worked overtime or came to a point. Westhill had the only game. I wouldn't even call it. There was a little bit of a margin.
Almost easy 7-point win for the Vikings over their crosstown rivals, the Stamford Black Knights. It took double overtime for the Eagles to get here, but we'll get it all going. The semifinals are coming up. Stick around. We drop the ball, or we toss it, as we say in the trade. We're back right after this on the HAN Network.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
The HAN Network travels all over Fairfield County in our HAN Cruiser, covering news, sports, and entertainment.
And when we do, we make sure that our HAN Network branded floor mats are with us to keep the dust and dirt outside.
These mats get filthy, and there's only one company that can get rid of that kind of dirt.
Triple S, with locations all over Fairfield County. We're just now pulling into their Stamford facility. Rob, let's go see if Steve and Wanda can clean these mats up.
Wanda, Steve, literally thousands of feet have walked across our mats in the last 5 months in wind, rain, mud, more.
Is there any way you could make these mats look like new again?
No problem.
That's what we do here. Come on in.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000.
Hi, I'm Rob Adams with my good friend Donald Eng, and we're the home team for Nutmeg Sports, Monday through Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on the HAN Network. We are the place for all things Connecticut sports, so come hang out with us on Nutmeg Sports. Don? They don't call him the best color man in the game for nothing. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock, Monday through Wednesday right here on the HAN Network.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273 7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Backcourt side at Fairfield Warde High School as we get ready to meet the starting lineups. We also have Dan Gardella walking courtside for us tonight. Happy to have him along. Chris Callan will join us as the evening proceeds as well.
For tonight's game.
Now the starting lineups.
For the number 6-seeded Vikings, number 21, junior Tyler Lasicki. Number 0, senior captain Parrish Rorell. Number 10, senior captain Terrell Alexander. Number 11, senior Lenold August. And number 32, senior captain Rashawn Natil. The head coach of the Vikings is Howard White. The athletic director is Larry Sabo. And now let's greet the starting lineup for the number 2 seeded Trumbull High School Eagles. Number 23, junior Johnny McElroy. Number 25, junior J.J. Fold. Number 44, senior Alex Recker. Number 4, senior captain Jack Moore. And number 11, senior captain Chris Lyons. The head coach of the Eagles is Buddy Bray.
The coach of the year in the FCIAC is Buddy Bray. The sideline reporter of the night is Dan Gardella. Dan, good evening.
You mentioned in the pregame that the Trumbull Eagles will have to rely on Jack Moore a little more with the absence of Ben McCullough. For Westhill, they've got to get a hand up. They've got to watch him all over the court because at any point of this game, he can get hot and light it up from the field.
Dan, thank you very much. As we bring it back courtside and ready to go.
Trumbull already with a victory over Westhill, that in the regular season by 17, 57-40. That was on January 29th in Trumbull. And I got to say, Rob, decent crowd for the early start.
Decent, yes. Still filing in. This was supposed to be a 6 o'clock start. It is now a 5 o'clock start. Although we're a hair late at 5:01. I don't think anyone will complain.
I'm not.
The 6th seed, the Westhill Vikings. The number 2 seed, the Trumbull Eagles. The winner advances to the FCIAC Championship on Thursday night, a game you will see right here on the HAN Network. Tyrell Alexander will jump against Alex Recker, a 6'5 senior. We'll meet the officials in a moment, but we are underway from Fairfield Warde. It'll be brought up by Parrish Rowell, who hands it in the backcourt to Tyler Lasicki. Brings it across the timeline. Working from left to right are the Vikings. Very simple in purple and white. Fed down low, and an errant pass is going to turn it over. As we are underway and off and running. Fed to the right side, back up top it goes. J.J. Full dishes right to McElroy, up top. Swings left to Chris Lyons. Lyons with a head fake, now steps inside and travels.
Have we seen more early travels called in these playoffs than you remember? It always seems there's one early in every game.
It kind of feels like it. From left to right go the Vikings. They bring it up across the line. Up top, looking for Natil. Now swinging right, it goes to Rowell. Down low, and a pull-up is good. First 2 points from Tyrell Alexander.
Looks like a little one-handed set shot there, Rob.
So it's a 2-0 lead. To the right side. Now they work it in, back it out. It goes to Lyons. Lyons to the free throw line, steps inside, fights for it, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Let's try you now.
Yes.
Yeah, I had you right the first time. Yeah.
No, I'm on 2.
There you go. Okay, we're good. And Dan is down there, so we're all set now.
Dapper.
Dapper Dan, indeed. 2-0 our score. Westhill the early lead.
He can hear me, so I can't say a lot.
Yeah, you probably have to behave. It'll be inbounded by McElroy. McElroy gets it in, missing it. They bring it back the other way. Driving down low, off glass, no good. First try, second one. They get it back out. Up top, little fake, go to the left. Off to Alexander. Down low it goes, Rowell, and out of bounds. Last touched by the Eagles.
Both teams are packing it pretty tight under the basket early on.
And now the bucket comes in quickly. And it's 4-0. 6.5 to go in the opening frame. Up top, Jack Moore. Into the corner and out of bounds. It'll stay with Trumbull to be inbounded by Johnny McElroy. McElroy, a 6'3 junior. Lobbed all the way into the backcourt where J.J. Foll awaits it. The 6'1 junior will walk it up into the front court across the timeline, takes a look to his right. Dishes to the sideline. Now the pull up from the corner, that is good.
Long two.
And it's a 4-2 game. And a whistle stops things. Howard White is on the bench tonight. We weren't sure from what Tom said to us earlier today. Tom Keys was on Nutmeg Sports today, and he was not 100% sure that Howard White would coach tonight, but indeed he is here as the Viking mascot makes its way into the gym. Nice to see.
That's a good look.
I like it. Little confusion across the way with the guys in the striped shirts.
They're talking with the scoreboard operator.
So we've got a clock problem.
And now the scoreboard's completely off.
Yep.
Back on.
Yep.
It fixes everything.
It does. Little bit of a problem with the scoreboard. If you hadn't heard, by the way, little breaking baseball news, Aroldis Chapman will get 30 games off a suspension, and now that trade does kind of enrage you if you're a Yankee fan. And they have a problem with the scoreboard. They need Seth Fry to report. So 6:31 to go in the first. We're going to grab a break as they are resetting the scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Only 90 seconds gone by, although I have a feeling it's a lot more. It's 4-2. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN network.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. My property taxes on my single-family home were close to $20,000 a year. Now that I've downsized and I'm in a townhome, and because of the condo tax laws, my fees have gone from $20,000 down to about $5,300 with the star exemption. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. This is where I want to be.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN network.
Back here at Fairfield Warde, looks like 6:21 will be the agreed upon time, for the moment anyway. The scoreboard is being fixed as Matt Narwald has made his way over to help with the situation.
Kind of wish we had Cato here to explain this, because how would they notice a 10-second difference unless the clock's being kept on the court, and I don't know that they do.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. But 6:21 is the time for the moment, and it looks like that's going to be the agreement. So it's brought in by Rowell. Up top, taking a look. Rowell gets it back, goes off to the right, bounce pass heads from the corner from Lizicki, and the three-pointer's in and out, no good. They scrum for it with Recker. Recker gets the board back for Trumbull. A 4-2 game and a bounce pass. Moore can't quite get it to fall, and the rebound taken by Rowell.
Deserves style points for that, though.
I would agree. Unfortunately, they don't count. Around the man goes Alexander. If you're scoring at home, Vashon Natil not wearing 22 according to the CIAC roster. It's 32. Rowell up top, bounce pass left, goes to Lisicki. Lisicki drives, tosses it over toward the left corner for a three that's rattling around from the teal and no good. The 6'5 senior missing a couple. Looking to move is McElroy. McElroy to Recker along the baseline. Back out, Moore for a three, and that is good. Release, rotation, and splash, 5-4.
No question on that from the time it left his fingertips.
Taken up top by Rowell. Heads off into the corner. Rowell back up top. Rowell will throw it up himself. That's good!
Anything you can do.
Parrish Rowell. And Westhill regains a 7-5 lead. 4:55 to go in the opening frame. To the free throw line at the elbow. Turning around, here is Lyons. Lyons gives it back out to J.J. Full. Up top, Lyons almost had his pocket pick. Drives right side of the lane and lays it in. Lions with the 2, and we're tied at 7. First tie of the evening between the circles is rather correct at Alexander. Now Rowell on the left side. Rowell gets it back. Off the pass from Lisicki. Swings left. Back up top, Alexander. The 6'4 senior feeds it out and then back for a three. That is no good from Rowell. And we get a foul underneath our first whistle of the evening. And that'll go on Bashan Natil.
Sorry, Rob.
His first.
Sorry, Rob. Vinny Hirschbeck with the call on that. He's joined on the court by Steve Zazuri and John Inesta.
Here's J.J. Full to walk it across the timeline for Buddy Bray. Going left to Johnny McElroy. McElroy right hand on the dribble, switches hands, gets to the left wing, foul line extended. Cuts down to off the bottom of the backboard to Full and a whistle. The foul is against Alexander, his first.
That's going to be a two-shot foul.
And J.J. Full to the line. Free throw. No good.
Hit the back of the rim. I thought that would eventually roll in, but it kicked to the right.
Second one on the way in a 7-7 game. 3:55 to go in the first. This one up and good. So J.J. Full is one of two, and it's an 8-7 Eagle lead. 3:49 to go in the first quarter at Warde. Between the circles, the floater in the lane, and then reaching for it is Alexander, no good, fighting for it August, and back comes Moore for the Eagles. Trying to put it between his legs, get around Rowell. He takes a look to his left, feeds it off to McElroy. McElroy to the baseline, the floater is no good. Fights for it with Recker, Recker gets it back. Here's Moore, Moore from downtown, that's a little strong. It'll head off toward the corner and taken back by Jared Yagubian for Westhill, the 6th seed. Right side, Rowell. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. It's 8-7. Trumbull up a point. They're the home team. Rowell off right side for Alexander. A little strong. They fight for it underneath. And saving it from going out is McElroy. Working it from right to left. Coast to coast, the lay-in. And Johnny McElroy puts 2 on the board. It's a 10-7 lead. To the left side, here comes Rowell. Rowell inside, fights for it, no good. And a reach in over the back from the looks of it will go on Lyons. That'll be his first, assuming I'm right. And for once I am.
You are from time to time.
You know, the blind squirrel finds a nut, my friend. Eddie Giovannini will check in for the Eagles in a moment. Lino August to the line, 6'5", senior, stands at the line, dips in the righty up, and that is no good. That never had a chance out of his hand.
That took off to the right, and it hit the backboard totally to the right side of the rim.
Second one coming. Two raucous student sections here tonight, and the free throw is good. So August goes 1 of 2, and it's a 10-8 game. Now a 3 here, and that is good. Giovannini got the ball, left wing, let it go, and started getting back on defense. A 13-8 game. I wish I could shoot like that.
I think he knew before he shot it he was making it.
Sure felt like it. Left wing, now to the lane, up, and no good. Off the backboard from Alexander, and the foul. Got him on the arm, a 2-shot foul against J.J. Full. His first, team's second. 2:20 to go in the first quarter and a 5-point lead for Trumbull. Tyrell Alexander heads to the line. This Eagle team beat Norwalk last year to win the FCIAC championship. First one good. A fact that I brought up today on Nutmeg Sports, much to the disgust of my guest.
Yeah, he wasn't happy to hear that.
He handled it well, all in good humor. Tom Keys, of course, the head coach of Norwalk, who fell to the Vikings last year. Second free throw on the way to make it a 3-point game. Dipping, flipping, free throw, good. 13-10, our score. So it'll be brought up by Full, tapping his head to call a play, swings left, goes to McElroy. McElroy, about 15 feet away from us, starts right hand on the dribble, goes to the right side, off to Giovannini, taking a look there. He backs it all the way out to Jack Moore. The 6'2 senior starts his drive, gets to the blocks, off into the left corner. Here's a 3 that is too strong from McElroy, and the rebound secured back by Full. Full on the right side, left hand on the dribble. 1:49 to go in the opening frame. It's a 3-point game. Left hand on the dribble, driving inside. That was McElroy. Backing it out is Giovannini. Dangerous, and the cutting down low to Recker, and a foul. Foul will go on Vashon Natil. That's his second.
Team's third foul. Alex Recker to the line, 2 shots for the Eagles.
Alex Recker will step to the line. First one good.
Back into the game for the Vikings, number 11, Lynol August.
Second one on the way with just under 100 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here it is. That is no good. And the rebound secured by the Vikings, Nathaniel Jefferson, the 6'2 power forward. Walking it up is Parrish Rowell. Going left to Tyrell Alexander, and we get another whistle and another issue. This comes with 1:39, now 1:35. So timing issues once again. And they will look to settle everything down. Alex Recker will check out in the meantime.
First to 20 wins, we got next. We'll do it that way.
That works. Oh, what the heck. We'll play first to 40 tonight. Bring it back up top. Here's Parrish Rowell. Goes right side for Yagubian. Across to Rowell. Rowell with the fake. Gets to the free throw line. Dishes off toward the left corner. The problem is that was a Trumbull Eagle waiting there in the white and black. So it's Jack Moore falling out of bounds who travels. And it'll be turned back over to the Westhill Vikings. They'll bring it up, get it across the timeline. Deep 3, that is good. Tyrell Alexander, and it's a 1-point game. Full between the circles, backs it out, goes to the elbow for Lyons. Lyons swings inside, couldn't hit. Rebounded back by Alexander. Alexander into the front court, goes right wing. High dribble, now he settles it down, gets down into the blocks. Couldn't get it off glass, and it's an offensive foul regardless. For Alexander, that's his second, and early on, that's an issue for the Vikings.
He's their leading scorer with 9 thus far, too.
Fourth team foul, and you've split your 4 fouls between Alexander and Natil.
Oof. Not a good place to be.
So here's Full into the front court. Moore. Up top, McElroy goes left for Full. Full to the elbow, Lyons. Was looking to find Full. Dishes, goes back up top, Moore. Moore to the free throw line, backs it all the way out for Giovannini. Swings left for Moore. Moore, the one player on the floor wearing the t-shirt underneath the tank top style jersey. Right hand on the dribble, switches hands, correction, I found a Viking wearing one as well. Driving inside, and we get a whistle. I did find Janai Graham is wearing one as well. We're all about accuracy. The foul is on Parrish Rao, his first. 6.5 to go in the first and a 1-point Trumbull lead. Jack Moore will shoot a pair. Moore to the line, free throw on the way and no good.
Kind of an old school free throw style there, wasn't it?
Kind of an old school player.
Yes.
A little hint of a Chris Mullen type. Free throw on the way and no good. He missed them both. Last shot with 3. Off to the right side. Knocked away. Moore taking a look at the buzzer. It's no good. After 1, Trumbull will take a 1-point lead in the break. 14-13 over Westhill. You're watching the 2016 FCIAC Boys Basketball Semifinals on the HAN Network.
Here at the Organic Yard, we use bio-nutritional products in our lawn care programs, which reduces the need for fertilizers, nitrates, phosphates, and pesticides up to 80%, making a safer environment for your family and pets. With our organic lawn treatment, you'll receive vigorous, healthy plants with improved root development and better drought resistance. Enroll now in our 2016 Organic Yard program and get a free organic deer tick treatment. Call us today at 914-764-5491 or go to our website at millerslandscapinginc.com.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune in to Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN Network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
Before we start the second quarter at Fairfield Warde High School, let's head over to Dan Gardella. Dan.
Westhill's been doing a great job hanging with Trumbull through the first quarter, only down 1. But like you guys said, 2 of their main stars are in foul trouble. We'll look to see how the coach cycles them in and how they play, how aggressive they play.
Dan, thank you very much. Second quarter, Rob Adams, John Kovach with you. Courtside at Fairfield Warde, stepping inside, leaning in, no good. A travel called regardless on Full, and it'll go the other way. 14 seconds gone by. Second quarter, 14-13, a 1-point Trumbull lead. The winner will move on to play either Wilton or Danbury on Thursday night. Give off to the elbow, spinning around, pull up, that's no good. That was August, fighting for it, August. Now the opposite 11, Chris Lyons gets it back. Alex Recker gives it to J.J. Full, who whirls his finger in the air. At the same time, Buddy Bray does the very same. Off to the right side, Jack Moore. Moore, bounce pass down, Recker, high off glass, no good. Rebounded August. August looking to bring it back. Here comes Rowell. Rowell across the timeline from left to right. Goes to Yagubian. From Jared Yagubian back to Parrish Rowell. Rowell to the left side. Yagubian, a deep 3. That's good! 16-14. Westhill up 1, and the Vikings looking to run again. Up top, he's got it. Swings back to Rowell. Rowell feeding down low to August. Fighting along the baseline was Graham. It'll go out of bounds, last touched by the white team of Trumbull. in the white and the black. The white top, white bottom, Trumbull in block style along the front, block style numbers on the back, and the black striping as well. Very crisp, very clean, not ultra exciting uniforms, but ultra exciting shooting, and it's 19-14. A 5-point lead. That doesn't mean they're bad unis, JK. They're just not exciting.
They're old school.
Yeah, they're crisp. To the baseline, Recker backs it out. Moore starts his drive, gets to the elbow. Bounce pass goes inside. Lions a couple of fakes. Recker lost the handle on it. Coming back the other way, here's Rao. Rao looking to go coast to coast. And he missed the easy one, missed the layup. It'll be taken back the other way. A player fell down. Lions waiting there, reversing and puts it home.
Business is picking up, Rob. Both teams started shooting from the outside, and then when they started missing, the pace is picked up on transition.
19-16 the score. To the baseline. Off glass, good, and a foul. August will go to the line. Lions picks up the foul. It's his second. And the third team foul. 5:26 to go in the first half. And now a 5-point Trumbull lead. Correction, 5-point Westhill lead. August to the line for the bonus. Couple of dribbles, tosses the ball in his hand, and the free throw is good. We have our largest lead of the night. It's a 6-point Westhill lead.
And it really kind of snuck up on you. It came out of nowhere. All of a sudden you looked and the threes had done it.
Full to the free throw line to Moore. Moore going to try to take over. He goes to the baseline, and he'll go to the free throw line now. Yagobian picks up the foul. That's his first. I want to say a note here as Moore hits the first. John walked over and spoke with the Westhill staff about name pronunciations. But at times we are overhearing different pronunciations in-house. Not accusing one way or the other, just saying that you got what seemed to be official.
The coaches, yes.
But, we are always of the mindset, if you could, just nudge us and say, if we're saying them wrong, we're saying them wrong.
Yeah, just tweet or give us a heads up somehow.
Now, in the interest of honesty, I'm not on Twitter tonight, but I know Josh Fisher is and some of our other crew members are, so they'll get a note to both John and I, as the easy one is missed at the other end by Janai Graham. It's a 4-point game, 22-18. Dealing inside, bad pass. Rowell takes it away. Rowell from left to right. Oh, tipped right back up into the face of Recker, and the quick pass coming down. Bodies falling. Back it comes. We were all ready to grab somebody. Down goes Rowell to put it home, and a foul. What a scenario that was. I had my hands up. So did Sean Saylor. So did John, who was basically across the table.
I can still move.
We would have gotten a face full of Tyler Lasicki as the 6-foot senior, or the junior, I beg your pardon, was right at our faces almost. Free throw, good.
Should be a combine event there.
Sure should. 25-18, the largest lead extended to 7 off the bonus. Parrish Rowell now has 6 points. Right side, feed it off. Here's Fold. That ball was blocked. And stepping on the line was Rowell to turn it over. Westhill crowd not liking it, but there was an official standing right there, folks.
There's an official standing on top of the call, and there's a guy over here next to us. He does not have the same opinion.
No, he is not sharing the opinion that most of us have, because I thought it was a pretty good call.
I differ with your opinion, sir.
J.J. Foll will bring it up from right to left. Goes left to Giovannini, 6'4 senior. Right hand on the dribble, pick set for him, goes off to the right side. Foll fakes the 3, down low Recker, yes. Alex Recker cuts it back to 5. No need for panic, and a timeout taken by the Vikings. It's a 30-second timeout. Dan, let's catch up with you.
Westhill's appears to be playing with a lot more energy than Trumbull right now. After any basket or free throw, they're a lot more hyped up and ready for this game than Trumbull is. I think Trumbull is looking past this game, but they can't do that. They got to get their heads back in this game and continue to fight with them and get the lead back.
I cannot argue with what he just said.
Nor can I. And there has to be that temptation to think ahead to Thursday night. To think ahead to the final.
You would like to think, though, and this is amazing to say considering how long it had been since Westhill had won a championship, but the Vikings, who won their first championship since 1989 last year, they're the team with the experience.
That is true.
Of the 4 teams, they've won the most recent championship by a long shot. I'll explain in a moment. Up top, Rowell. Between the circles, gets to the right side of the lane, dishes back out. Yagubi in a 3, no good. He's been hot early on, but Moore will take the rebound.
Was a gorgeous setup, though, the one-handed backward bounce pass.
Down low, here is Full, floater from the left baseline, no good, and the outlet going to Rowell. Actually, I was going to give you dates on a sheet I no longer have. You have that sheet.
Right.
Rowell to the baseline, up, good. Parrish Rowell makes it a 7-point game at 27-20. I can prop that up right against Chewbacca from Dave Stewart. Feeding off to the right side. We have a lucky Chewbacca with us now. Driving inside is Full. Right side. Jack Moore a 3. No, that's going to rattle around to the top of the backboard. Well tapped around to Full and a foul. Tyler Lisicki will pick up the foul, his first, and the team's 7th. Westhill won in 2015. They beat Norwalk, but Danbury, who will be here later on, last won in 1992. For the Eagles, they last won in 1983, and the Wilton Warriors have never won a title. Kind of neat stories. Free throw up and no good.
Trumbull just cannot find the inside of the hoop in the second quarter. They've taken their share of shots, and they're everywhere but through the net.
And what that teaches you, John, is that Bridgeport so dominated this tournament and this championship for so many years. The Hilltoppers and, of course, the 2 teams that have left, the Warren Harding Presidents and the Bassick Lions.
They're playing tonight, by the way.
Free throw. That is good. It's a little old school. 27-21 the score. 6-point game and 2:59 to go in the first half. Rowell in the backcourt, moves to his left, gives the jump, and the quick pass goes over to Alexander. Alexander, the step back and the 3, that's no good. He started going back on defense and will get a reach over. It's going to be on J.J. Full, his second. Calling it on the floor, the inbound to Rowell. Between the circles, August. August to Rowell, now off to Lisicki. Lisicki to Rowell, back to Lisicki, left side. Up top, Rowell. Deals over left. Bounce pass goes to the baseline. Inside, August, good. August, 29-21. The largest lead is now 8. Johnny McElroy in the front court. Knocked out of bounds. Lisicki with the quick hands. Have to be impressed by what the Vikings are doing so far.
They've been very well-rounded in their scoring in that they haven't been afraid of the long-range shot, but they've worked the inside very, very successfully.
Up comes Full. Full goes left, out to McElroy. McElroy right wing, foul line extended. Switches around, brings it all over to Full. Full up top now to Moore. Moore dancing, throwing it up. It is no good. Moore can't seem to get it going, and a foul is going to be called on Alex Recker, his second, as he reached over the top. Jack Moore does have 7, not to say he's not scoring. I just don't sense that he's on his game right now. And a timeout with 1:55 remaining. It's a 30-second. We'll stay here and check in with Dan.
Like you said, Jack Moore is, you could say, hasn't found it in a little bit, but that shouldn't stop Westhill from what they've been doing on him. They've been playing tight defense on him, blocking the shots, because at any moment, maybe after halftime, before halftime here, he can get on a run and carry this team.
Trumbull just needs to start hitting the shots they have.
Yes.
They're having the same open looks, I think, Dan, they had for the whole first quarter. They just don't have the range all of a sudden in this second 8 minutes.
And also another thing that has been killing teams, free throws. You look at it, Full has, I believe, 2 for 4. A couple other people not finding it from the free throw line. And those are easy points that you can get back into the game with.
Lisicki will walk it up. One finger into the air as he calls a play, deals right. Off to Parrish Rowell. Rowell back up top. Lisicki now goes left side. Off to Alexander. Alexander, that is strong and taken away by Lyons with the rebound. To the final 94 seconds of the first half, 29-21. An 8-point game. Dealing right. Recker, a cry of defense. Recker lost the handle on it, and back the other way it goes. August deals off, right side, underneath, and Graham. No basket, no shot on the floor.
Block was relatively away from the ball.
Giovannini picks up the foul, his first, team's 7th. So regardless, we're shooting now. J.J. Full will check back in, and that's what you got to do with the loss of McCullough. You've got to figure out ways to keep a big man in there, so now it's got to be Full kind of representing a big man as Recker sits down. Giovannini certainly at 6'4", but he's more of an offensive presence, John, in that he can shoot the ball from outside.
Right, you really do need that big man, and that's where...
Lyons is that other big man.
Yes.
Free throw coming from Graham. That's good. 1-1, he gets another. Second free throw on the way with 1:17 to go in the half. Here it is. That is no good off the front of the rim. So it'll go the other way.
Now Trumbull's really slowed down since that timeout.
And it's a 9-point game, and it's going back the other way. Down to the final 60. Lisicki across the line. Dribbled between his legs. Now swings right, goes to Rowell. Rowell, Moore will join him. Left side, Lisicki. Lisicki deals off into the corner. Faking it was August. August now give off underneath to Graham. Another fight for it. August misses to the baseline and taken back by the Eagles. 35 to go. No need to rush. It's a 9-point game as we come up on the end of the first half. Driving, Moore the scoop, and a foul! That's a good way to get things going.
That doesn't hurt.
This could get Jack Moore going. We never know.
Nathaniel Jefferson will pick up the foul, his first, and the team's 8th.
Both teams are substituting quite freely.
A 7-point game pending the free throw. 29 to go in the half. Vashawn Natil checks back in. Yagubian is also on the floor. Here's Moore to the line. Free throw. Good. That was pretty. He's 3 of 5 from the line, and it's 30-24, a 6-point game. Down to the final 25. In no rush are the Westhill Vikings in the purple and white. Says Westhill on the front in a small block style. Starting to drive, Rowell with 15. Switches left to Alexander. Tyrell Alexander with 10 to go in the half in a 6-point game. The Vikings up 6. Deals off into the left side for Yagubian. Back out Alexander with 5. Alexander up top with 5. Rowell with 2. Rowell with 1. Rowell at the buzzer. It's good. Parrish Rowell makes it a 9-point game at the buzzer. And if I'm a betting man, check Twitter in a matter of minutes. You're going to see that shot online from the gentleman sitting to my left, whom I shall not identify, Sean Saylor. Halftime, 33-24, as I'm scanning for Dan, and Dan is good to go. We will stop here at halftime. It is a 9-point game, 33-24, the Vikings up 9. We'll come back for halftime activities at Fairfield Warde High School with our score. The Westhill Vikings 33, the Trumbull Eagles 24. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
It's the new year. The to-do list is long and it's easy to feel pulled in many directions at once. Your professional, personal shoppers at Walter Stewart's are ready to check groceries off your list by shopping for you. Save extra time this year and spend it doing more important things. Great food and wine delivered to your home with the same-day service. Shop Stewart's online at stewartsmarket.com.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you the area's top headlines for Tuesday, March 1st, including that a man police say is behind bars after being linked to residential burglaries in Trumbull, Stratford, Milford, Orange, Monroe, and Woodbridge, faces new charges in Shelton. On February 23rd, Shelton police charged 48-year-old Kevin Lesko of Shelton and charged him with third-degree larceny, third-degree burglary, and criminal mischief. Police say the burglaries occurred in 2015. And the Shelton community is mourning the loss of a high school senior who died early Sunday morning in a car crash. Eddie Tyler Conklin, 17 years old, died on Sunday, February 28th in Bridgeport Hospital following a rollover crash on Bridgeport Avenue. The crash happened around 4:45 in the morning. Conklin was located on the roadway outside of the vehicle, police said. He was a member of the Shelton High class of 2016. He was a varsity basketball player and also played JV baseball. According to his family, he had a great sense of humor and loved fishing and all outdoor activities. Shelton police are currently investigating the accident. And in Darien, 2 adults landed in trouble with police for an underage drinking party at their home. Police issued misdemeanor summons to the 2 Darien adults after breaking up the underage drinking party in their home. 7 teens were issued infractions, but police said that as many as 15 were drinking at the Palmer Lane residence. Officers responded to the home just after 11 o'clock on February 26th and were met by a teen girl at the door. The girl appeared intoxicated and allegedly ran out of the front door after answering for the arriving officers. As the officers went inside, several of the teens rushed toward the back door in an attempt to flee. A pair of boys ran through a wooden fence leading toward Norotan Avenue while trying to escape, and another girl was caught nearby. Though some managed to elude the authorities, the majority of the party were remanded to the home. 2 adult residents, Julian and Helena Toll, were at home at the time of the incident and allegedly told police that they were unaware that a party was taking place. They were both charged with failure to halt illegal possession of alcohol by a minor. Upon searching the home, police discovered a number of empty 30-pack beer cases in the basement, along with a ping pong table and an empty bottle of vodka. Police said there was a 15-year-old girl living in the home as well, and the department's youth division will be following up on the case. Several schools in the FCIAC made the top 10 in the list of the best teachers in Connecticut as ranked by niche.com. For its 2016 Best Teacher ranking, Niche assigned grades and numerical rankings to school districts based on several factors, including parent-student opinions about teachers in their current or recent school districts, average salary of teachers, and more. Staples High School ranked number 1 and Greenwich followed behind at number 2. Wilton High School came in at number 4, while New Canaan ranked number 5, and Darien High School was ranked at number 7. But that's all for your in-game news update. For the latest in local news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This update was brought to you by the Sylvan Learning Center.
At the Sylvan Learning Center of Darien, experienced teachers and personalized academic support equals superior results. Our certified teachers uncover skill gaps, address specific needs, and help students realize greater academic success and increased confidence. We're enrolling now. Individualized after-school tutoring in reading, math, history, elementary math, algebra, geometry, calculus, high school science, and study skills. For a free consultation, call 203-655-3276 or email gmcsylvan@gmail.com.
Find over 1,000 special stories at Hospital for Special Surgery. Go to hss.edu/backinthegame.
I was jogging 5 months after my cartilage tear.
Skiing a year after hip surgery.
And playing grandma 4 weeks after hip replacement.
One special hospital, 1,000 special stories. See Connecticut patients at hss.edu/CT.
The HAN Network is the leader in local broadcasting in Fairfield and Westchester counties. We reach tens of thousands of viewers via our live news, sports, and entertainment broadcasting. We can create your advertisement and broadcast it through our programming to one of the most affluent markets in the United States. And remember, our broadcasting is live, which means viewers cannot skip or click past your marketing message. And we measure our audience and their demographics on every broadcast. To advertise on the HAN Network, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Halftime here at Fairfield Warde High School, 33-24. The Westhill Vikings up 9. Rob Adams, John Kovach, Dan Gardella as well, and a 9-point lead for the Vikings, who have been led in reality by Parrish Rowell with 11 points here at the half. But they've also gotten plenty of help from Tyrell Alexander. He has 9. An impressive job early on, John.
Very impressive, and they've done it every way possible. They've done it from the outside. They've done it driving lane with old school one-handed floaters. They've done it with the baseline drives. They've really scored in every. They've been the more well-rounded team at the moment.
By the way, we had a tweet sent to us, and I'm going to respond to it personally as opposed to it coming from HAN. What we were told was that Coach White, the head coach of the Vikings, is slightly under the weather. He's here. He's just not running the team, and yet he's standing on the floor doing his thing. You can see him in the shot right now. He's the gentleman in the the purple button-down shirt, and a really super good guy. But his assistant Roberto Neves is running the team tonight. At least he's the one doing most of the coaching. He is a little bit shorter in the purple shirt, and he's with Dan Gardella right now.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Nieves. Coach, that second quarter was huge for you guys, outscoring them 20-10. What was working for you guys in that second quarter?
Our defensive energy. We picked it up. We started talking. We started communicating. We started working as a team, and our assignments started to get covered. And, just how we practice and practice, that was how it's looking right now in the second quarter.
Without Ben McCullough for Trumbull, what have you done to take advantage of that loss of such a big presence?
We try to feed our bigs. We try to get the ball inside, pound it inside as much as we can, and then when we're able to score, we have a couple shooters that can space the court out as well.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right. Dan, thank you very much. Great job.
They've done all of that, and you can see it. You can really see how they shot from the outside early on. They pulled Trumbull out. They then went inside, took advantage of the lack of the big with McCullough out, and they've done it every way possible. I did not think about defense, but they forced a ton of turnovers, and that was a big part of that 20-10 second quarter in which Westhill pulled away a little bit.
Getting ready to start the second half. Westhill will have the ball. They'll move it from right to left. Happy you're joining us right here on the HAN Network. Into the front court now with Westhill going from right to left. Lisicki had it knocked away. Full, more fighting. They get it back through the Vikings to the baseline. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trumbull.
Yeah, and this just dawning on me, and probably should have thought of it earlier, but the defending champ here in front of us, Westhill, they're the low seed. They're going to be the visitor on if they play Saturday or Thursday too.
To the baseline goes Alexandri, backs it out, now to the baseline, driving. A body collides with him is Lyons, and a foul. It'll be an offensive foul on Alexander. That is his third. And Janai Graham, the 6'5 junior, immediately checks in for number 10.
That's the one thing that I think could still bite Westhill tonight is the foul trouble.
Absolutely.
If it causes them to back off a little bit, or if they lose some of these key players, that's going to tilt this.
Lobbed across it goes. Here's Full for three. No, a little short. Fighting for it, getting it back. Recker puts it home. 33-26. And a nice little start to the second half for the Eagles, but they need more than that. They're down 7. Looking for an answer. It's Graham with the offensive board. He misses, trying for the putback. A third one. They scrum for it under the bucket, looking to throw it out of bounds. He did. Little grumbling by August, I think, toward his own players. Nothing to get excited about. August will take it out of bounds, feeds it in, gets it into Graham. Graham lobs it all the way back to Rowell. To the left side, driving inside, thrown up, it's no good. That was Lisicki. And it'll be brought up by Moore. Moore across the timeline from left to right. Gets out on the left wing, feeds it back up top. Here's McElroy. McElroy drives to the elbow, now to the baseline. Recker, good. Recker heating up, 33-28.
First we've really seen Trumbull drive that deep and then work it across the baseline to Recker.
A 4-0 run, just a baby. Up top, Rowell. Rowell left hand on the dribble, switches off, gives over to Lisicki. Lisicki up top, Rowell to the right side. They get inside, and August able to break the string. It's 35-28. The lead back to 7. Coming down to 6 to go in the third quarter. To the left side, now they get inside. Oh, underneath, no good. Full. Taking back Lisicki. Lisicki looking to run, deals off left, wide open. Rowell thought about the three, now steps inside, backs it out toward the corner. Lobs it around, it goes to Lisicki, lost the handle, taken back. It's a 3-on-2, driving the other way. Full, dishes off Moore. Moore, pull up, 15, no. Tipping underneath, taken back Lisicki. Lisicki, quick outlet to Graham. Graham one-on-one, deals off. Rejected Lyons. Full came in to knock it away. At the other end, Moore up, no good, a foul.
Impressive 2-on-1 block there.
Outstanding. Lisicki picks up the foul, his second.
Coming out of halftime, Trumbull is definitely matching the energy that Westhill has had all this game.
That's the voice of Dan Gardella, walking the floor for us tonight. Free throw coming. Good. Jack Moore gets another where he's now 4 of 6 from the stripe. Second free throw on the way. Good. Was that Petey Page Views that just ran by?
That certainly was.
He's the best. Pete Paguaga, everyone. Pete Paguaga. Tip your waitress. 35-30. Off to the left side. Now into the left blocks. And a push and a foul. Alex Recker picks up the foul. It's his third. So Recker has to watch as well. Called it on the floor. To the right side, Lisicki. Lisicki moves it around up top. Switches off, goes left. Up top, Lisicki. Bounce pass right side. Deep three. Rattles, no good. Natil can't seem to get on track, but the errant pass goes to Lisicki. Tyler Lisicki across the line. Down low, off glass. I've got a screen set for me right now. They'll get it back. Will the Eagles in a 5-point game, 4:47 to go in the third quarter. The officials are allowed to set a screen. They deserve to. Up off glass, no good. Recker fights for it. Off glass again, no good. Tip. Recker tries to save it, couldn't do it. Recker almost did a heck of a job, and he's slow getting up, but he seems to be okay. At the other end, they're playing a lot of street right now, and it goes out of bounds. .429 to go third quarter.
That was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll take a moment to catch my breath.
You do that. By the way, just to fill you in, this game was moved to an earlier time slot because juniors have SATs tomorrow.
Correct.
And they wanted to get kids home as early as possible.
Moore and Alexander collide on the inbound. To the left side, Yagubi in a three. That's off the front of the rim, no good, never had a chance. Lined it up well, but just did not have enough on it. Left side, here is Giovannini. Down low, yes! Recker wrecking havoc right now. It's 35-32.
And I have a thought on the SATs that I'll share at some point during a break.
Will it be a Common Core thought?
No.
Okay.
It'll be a scheduling thought.
Sean Adams would like a word with you on Common Core. To the right side. That'd be my son, who's now 14.
My score sheet looks like one of those Common Core math problems.
It's knocked out of bounds, and a great save by Lions to bring it back the other way. The Vikings, or rather, correction, the Eagles, as the Wilton Warriors walk in front of us, the Eagles have a chance to tie this game up with a three. Instead, it's Lions down low. Lions no good. Rebounded by Alexander. Alexander dishes right, and a foul called as August went in from the baseline. Jack Moore picks up his first.
His first personal foul, team second foul. August will have 2 shots
August to the line.
for the Vikings.
Free throw on the way. No good. And indeed, as promised, and I will retweet it from both myself and my Nutmeg Sports account, Sean Saylor did indeed tweet the buzzer beater. He doesn't like it when I call him a legend.
That shot was a thing of beauty.
Oh, it was. Free throw. No good, he missed them both. But the rebound secured by Alexander. 35-32. Lob back up top, Rowell, who's barely been out of the game, if at all, tonight. Swinging left goes over to Alexander. Alexander right hand on the dribble, off to Rowell on the far sideline. Off he goes to the far side. Over near the sideline is Lisicki. To the elbow, driving inside, went off to August. Up top, here's Rowell into the corner. Lisicki had it picked, now bouncing away, and Lions able to save it. With a chance to tie it up in a 3-point game. Sloppy here in the third quarter. Up top, to the elbow, losing the handle on it. They scrum for it. Back out Lions. Lions had it knocked away, deflected a tad, and blocked, so it'll go the other way.
I guess the second time Lions has been blocked on a long-range three.
2:35 to go in the third quarter, 35-32. Slowing things up is Alexander, who lobs it all the way over to Lisicki. Lisicki backs it out. 2:25 to go in the quarter. He goes inside. Rowell waiting on the far side. Right wing foul line extended. Takes it right back near the sideline. Standing right near Roberto Nieves. Now off into the corner. Now to the block. Scooped underneath. It will not fall for Alexander. Lions, as he was falling out of bounds, saves it. And then Recker almost does the same. Across the timeline. Here comes Johnny McElroy. McElroy with only 2 so far tonight and a 30-second timeout for Buddy Bray, who slaps his hands together. Buddy Bray, one of the deans of coaching here in the FCIAC. There aren't too many who have done it longer than him.
Very few, and I think this timeout is probably most appreciated by you after that.
And on that note, hi, Dan.
Hello, Rob.
What do you have?
It's been very, very sloppy to start this second half. Westhill has not really had it going on. They've scored a whole 2 points, and we have 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. So they're definitely struggling right now, so they just got to calm down, set it up, and just play the way they've been playing, because that's good enough to beat this team.
Your thoughts?
I think Trumbull's ratcheted up their defense, and I think that's been giving Westhill a little bit of a problem. Trumbull still isn't having the range that they had in the first quarter, but they're a little bit back. And they've gotten back enough to chip this lead down to 3.
To the far sideline. Now they'll deal off left wing foul line. Extended for a tie. It's no good. That was McElroy. And it'll bounce out of bounds. It'll stay with Westhill. Looked like Giovannini was the last one to touch it.
Yeah, he punched it out, no question. Disrupts the flow.
Looks like some members of Fairfield Warde have come in with some pizza in their hands. Good crowd. It's filling up here at Fairfield Warde on this Tuesday night, and we're thrilled to be bringing it to you. So much fun this time of year. No complaints from us. Driving inside, Rowell underneath. He lays it in. Parrish Rowell has 13.
There's a Ward-Ludlow game coming up this week.
On the girls' side.
Yes.
To the blocks. Good. McElroy. Johnny McElroy has 4. It's back to 3. 37-34. Alexander now gives it off to Rowell. Right near us. Could almost reach out and touch those socks. And those are a thing of beauty. Is that Jerry West I see on those socks? Holy moly. I can't focus on that. I got to call the game. Threw it right to the officials and out of bounds. Take a look at those, John, if you can.
Those are awesome.
Those, I swear those are the logo. That is wild.
It's screen printed on the sock. I can't really.
37-34 as we come down to the final 45. And there you go. Get a look at him. That is great. Hard to see, of course, as he's walking up the court, but still, those are cool socks.
He's got awesome taste in footwear, I'll say that.
To the left side, here's Giovannini. He can tie it up with a 3, 37-34. Faking it is McElroy. McElroy will drive inside left corner. Here's a 3. No, tipped around. It'll go back to Giovannini. He's got it up top. Could have shot it, chose not to. To the baseline, Lions. Bounce pass into the corner full, and he tried to save it, tossed it right back. It went to August at the other end. That's a bad sequence for Trumbull. Rowell lays it in. 39-34, 5 to go in the quarter. Knocked out of bounds with 2.4 to go in the quarter as Alexander got a hand in the face of J.J. Full.
Got a lot of hand on that. Never had a chance.
2.4 to go in the quarter. A few changes. Nathaniel Jefferson, Alexander out as well. Final shot into Full with 1. He's got to shoot it. Couldn't really get it off, and then it got blocked in the lane. So the third quarter comes to an end with our score. Westhill 39, Trumbull 34. We'll start the fourth quarter right after this. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
You are watching the HAN Network, and you're not alone. Nearly 500,000 viewers enjoyed our broadcasts in the first 5 months. Advertise on the network that reaches Fairfield County, Connecticut's most engaged audience. Contact Jessica Murrin, Advertising Director, at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Start of the fourth quarter at Fairfield Warde High School. Rob Adams, John Kovach, Dan Gardella with you. Dan, start of the fourth. Let's go.
The first half was very high action, back and forth. Third quarter was a little different, slowed the pace down. Not many shots were falling, but Trumbull, more importantly, got back into the game, cutting the deficit to 5. We'll see if they can mount the comeback throughout this quarter, guys.
Dan, thank you very much. I'm not going to try to sell the socks for the company, but I will say this. I have confirmed they are indeed Jerry West socks. Jerry West, if you've ever seen the NBA logo, that's Jerry West. And that is Johnny McElroy. 39-36.
Back in the 80s, you made it when you had a pair of shoes named after you. Now if you're screen printed on socks.
Isn't that something? To the right sideline. Dealing off to the elbow, August. August brings it across. A three coming here. That is too strong. Goes off the top of the backboard rather, by Yagubian. Chance to tie it up again. Jack Moore wants the ball in the right corner. He doesn't get it. McElroy rejected by Alexander, looking to run with numbers. Rowell finishes.
McElroy just spiking everything with authority.
41-36. A 5-point game and 6:55 to go. Left side. Bounce pass comes over and up top. McElroy driving. McElroy to the blocks. McElroy will back it out on the right wing, gives it off. Moore, the player of the year, goes to the baseline and a foul. In a 5-point game, Parrish Rowell picks up his second.
You know, for all of the scrambles and scrums and kind of sloppy play.
As an answer by Lyons. Go ahead.
Of that third quarter, there's not a lot of fouls.
41-38. It's a 3-point game. By the way, Tyrell Alexander among those named to the All-FCIAC team. On the other side is, of course, Jack Moore as they scrum for it. Far side to the free throw line. August backs it all the way out. That's where Alexander waits. Alexander playing with 3 fouls at the free throw line. Unable and hitting. Oh, baby. August.
Chewed up a little bit of time there, too. Protect the lead.
43-38. 5:55 to go in the fourth quarter in a 5-point game. Bounce pass comes over up top. Moore, a three. No, too strong. Fighting. Alexander gets it back. And the Vikings on the verge of taking over. The lead had been 3, knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Westhill. I know it's 5. It can get back down really quick, but you just sense that the Vikings are starting to put their stamp on this.
I think it's still a couple of stops and a couple of hits away. But you're right, it's close. It's right at that pivotal point.
And a timeout called for by the Eagles. It's a full timeout, 5:40 to go, fourth quarter, 5-point game. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN network.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000. What's happening up in Hartford and what's trending in the Nutmeg State?
Join Kate Chaplinsky
And Josh Fisher
on CT Pulse live Wednesdays at 12:30 to find out.
We talk to the leaders and newsmakers while breaking down the stories you should be paying attention to each week.
With the help of HAN's editorial cartoonist Doug Smith, we take a humorous look at the news of the week. We talk about everything you were told you should avoid bringing up in polite company.
CT Pulse, Wednesdays at 12:30 on the HAN network.
Five-point game and 5:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Rowell will walk it up, get it across the timeline to Alexander. Westhill up 5. On the far sideline, right in front of the scorer's table, Roberto Nieves coaching the team to the far sideline. They continue down there. Work it underneath, fighting for it, and the ball taken away by Recker. That's a big defensive stand for the Trumbull Eagles. To the baseline, driving, reversing, no, unable to hit. Recker and a foul. That's big. It goes on August, and it's only August's first. Fourth team foul, it's a shooting foul. Recker to the line.
He's 1 of 2, but he hasn't been to the line since the first quarter.
And the picture tells you everything. 1 of 3. Second one on the way to try to get it back to a 4-point game. Recker dips and flips and hits. 43-39. It's a 4-point game, 5:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Rowell across the line, gets to the far side, now backs it out, starts his drive, gets to the elbow, brings it across. Yagubi in there. Back out Rowell. They'll eat a little clock with 4:55 to go. Working inside. Lyons got a hand on it, and Lyons with a great block gets it back. Hard work.
He's taken over underneath.
Full. Corner. More. No. Rebounded by Natil.
Trumbull with just chance after chance that fizzles out on an errant three.
Rowell across the timeline. Has Moore all over him. Now it's Alexander. Alexander threw a double team. It got tipped away. Coming right over and out of bounds. Last touched by Trumbull. Ball will be inbounded right in front of our table. Tyrell Alexander will inbound it. Gets it in. Into Parrish Rowell. Rowell in the backcourt. Switches hands on the dribble. Gets to the elbow. Drives. Off to the corner. Three coming. Rattles in and out. No good. And stolen away by McElroy out of the hands of August. Or beg your pardon, out of Rowell. Here is a bucket. Good. Are they calling it an offensive foul? They are.
That's one that's going to sting.
Yep. Third team foul. Goes on McElroy. Looked like the Viking had position in the lane. 4 minutes to go. The winner goes to the FCIAC Championship on Thursday night. Alexander. And in the backcourt. Turn it the other way. A 4-point game with 3:54 to go. But the Eagles have got to take advantage of opportunities.
They've missed far too many shots that could have cut this to 1-2 points. They're right at the verge of making this a one-possession game, and they can't get over that hill.
Giovannini checks back in. Lions will have a seat. 3:54 to go. 43-39. Buddy Bray, Barry McLeod, a couple of the names I think of who have been doing this for so long in the FCIAC. And for Buddy Bray, fighting for an elusive championship. Here's Full, drives to the elbow, pulls up. No, off the back iron, fighting for it, they get it back. McElroy, now Giovannini, he cannot hit, and it's taken away from him by Alexander. The Eagles cannot hit. It's a 4-point game.
I'm not tracking field goal attempts, but Trumbull's percentage cannot be good.
Incidentally, if anyone wants to come do stats for us, boy, would we love that. Driving, a whistle, and a timeout, a full, taken by the Westhill Vikings. We always have opportunities for certain things. You want to learn how to run a camera, you want to get on a microphone, that's possible, can't make any guarantees, but a statistician, oh baby.
Do I sign up?
You're in, 3:17 to go, a full timeout. Let's take one here. 4-point game, you're watching the FCIAC on the HAN network.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN network.
3:17 to go, 43-39. This is fun. Very. But somebody's got to hit a bucket. That's one thing. And the inbound does come in. Rowell in the backcourt. Down to 3:10. Brings it across with Moore on him. Dishing. He goes up top August. Feeding down to the baseline. Missing! But they get it back and a whistle. Missing was Lisicki, but here's the whistle. 3:02 to go. It's going to go on Lyons. Chris Lyons picks up his third. Lyons has 3. Recker has 3. Alexander has 3, but for the most part, Both teams have stayed out of trouble in the second half. 4 team fouls on each side.
Yeah, it's really a totally opposite of that first half when both were in the bonus at this point.
43-39, 3:02 to go. Free throw coming. Alexander hits. And it's been a while since we've seen anyone score. Second game coming up, not to be forgotten. Danbury and Wilton in a short while. Second free throw. Good. Alexander hits both. It's 45-39. And the Eagles have only hit 2 threes on the night. So McElroy underneath. Lyons gets it back. Lyons fights for it, and it's taken away. Lobbed ahead, Rowell. Rowell lays it in. Rowell makes it 47-39. Going left, now they swing off into the corner. 8-point game, out full. Full to the free throw line. Full, floater, in and out, good. J.J. Full has 4 on the night. And it's 47-41. Rowell in the front court. Switches, brings it over, and a reach-in foul is going to be called right here. Should be on Jack Moore, his second. Took a while to get that one, but they've got it. Alexander to inbound. Does inbound to Rowell in the backcourt. Moore on him. Grabs the shorts. Now has it knocked away. Rowell gets it back. Moore draped all over him. Moore and Rowell into the front court, and now the foul called. Blocking foul on Moore, his third. Rowell shaking his head. Alexander will inbound a few feet away from us. 47-41. 2:02 to go. Lobs it in. It goes into Lisicki in the backcourt. Across the timeline he goes. Driving, scooping, off glass, no good. Got it right back from McElroy and Alexander with 1:49 to go. Bounce pass goes right. Rowell. Rowell to the sideline and knocked away by Lyons. 1:43 to go. Still a 2-possession game. That's key. But you gotta hit threes, or you gotta get trips up the floor.
You gotta make points on those possessions. Possessions aren't helping you if you're turning it back over at the other end of it.
Inbounded. Natil had it. Front court, fighting, and a whistle and a timeout.
Wow.
Westhill got the timeout with 1:39 to go. 30-second timeout will stay here. A note from Tom Keys, this is interesting. Parrish Rowell is face guarding Jack Moore since midway through the third quarter, and I don't think he's scored since. And overall, I don't think that's unfair to say.
No.
He has 12 overall, by my count. 99 seconds remaining. Just letting you listen to the atmosphere for a moment. Somebody left their lights on. That was not the atmosphere I was aiming for, but nonetheless. Everybody will catch their breath, we think, in 99 seconds. Inbounded. August to Alexander. And 1:35 to go. To the far sideline. They get it across, almost grabbed away, and now August down hard as he collided with McElroy. McElroy stands over him with concern and quickly backs away now. No intent. A whistle nonetheless.
I believe it appeared that they just banged knees there.
And J.J. Full will pick up the foul, Dan. 7th team foul against the Eagles, who are now in a little bit of dire straits at 47-41. I spy Mike King, Trumbull Athletic Director. among those in the building tonight. Scott Erickson, who was with us yesterday on Nutmeg Sports, is here. Seth Fry in the building. Dave Schultz. John Cookso. Matt Narwald. The Wilton Warriors are standing and watching. Their head coach, Joel Jeriak, keeping an eye on things. Chris Callen in the building now. I mean, it's star-studded.
It is a who's who. Dave Danko's here.
Dave Danko, yep. We'll hang for an extra second with 1:32 to go, 47-41 the score. There was a foul called, so there will be a 1-and-1 at the very least coming up. But right now, the concern for Lionel August.
Now he's wearing the neoprene on each knee.
And he's starting to make his way up, so a good sign.
He's holding that knee out, though. Don't want to speculate. We're not out there. But he's being helped off. He's not putting any weight on that leg.
So back in will come Jerry Yagubian. And he will shoot the free throws. Shooting the 1-and-1 Yagubian. Big free throws here as he misses initially, but the rebound and the putback. And that's why Tyrell Alexander is Tyrell Alexander. It's now an 8-point game, and it's a long way back. Full. Almost knocked away from Lyons. Lyons goes left. Driving in, knocked away, scrumming for it, out of bounds. Last touched by Westhill. I went to say this before, John, and I think this is accurate. I don't think we have had a single jump ball called tonight.
No, we have not.
A quick inbound to Full. Full pulls up. It's going to be a 2, and it's no good. Alexander, the rebound, 1:07 to go as they fight for it, and now a jump ball.
Way to cue that up.
Once again, I have no influence.
I don't think we've had a single 4-point play tonight, Rob.
I don't think I've seen an 8-0 run this evening. And a whistle as Giovannini came flying in to collide with Lisicki. And Giovannini looks at the official and goes, it is charged on Lisicki, right? And it is. It's his third.
I'm just looking over at the Westhill bench, and it is not a good-looking scene there for Lionel August, who's wrapped his warm-up shirt around his head. Somebody's come down from the stand sitting next to him, the trainer talking to him.
Here's Full, can't hit, down to 58. They have just gone ice cold, and that is a problem. Getting it ahead, it's a 3-on-1, no good. They scrum for it, it's knocked around, Westhill on top of it. Another jump ball. Trumbull ball with 45 to go.
You can't say Trumbull didn't have the opportunities.
Giovannini, Full, McElroy, no. And rebounded by Graham.
Funny how we've had 3 jump balls in the span of 45 seconds.
I will turn your microphone off, young man. But yes, we have.
He's just stating a fact, Rob. That's all.
And I just stated the fact that we hadn't had any, and here's a reach-in on Lyons. Lyons will pick up his 4th. 33.5 remaining. Second game coming up. I spy the Wilton AD as well. And again, I spy Chris Callen, who's looking dapper tonight, by the way.
Always does.
Dressing to impress.
Did you say always does?
Always does.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. At the line stands Tyrell Alexander. Alexander has played well, especially in the second half. Free throw coming. That is no good on the 1-and-1. McElroy the rebound. Johnny McElroy with a half minute to go in an 8-point game. Here's Jack Moore. Moore spins around, lost the handle on it, lobbed ahead. It's a 2-on-none. Showtime! At the other end, that's an air ball, and they'll scrum out of bounds. 12.4 to go, and the Westhill Vikings are going to wrap it up and have an opportunity to defend their title.
And again, they are the 6th seed. They are the lowest remaining seed in this tournament.
Jack Moore will pick up the foul. It's his 4th. At the line stands Janai Graham. Graham, 1 of 2 at the line. 12.4 to go. Here's the free throw. That's up and good. Buddy Bray sits down on the bench, takes a look at the clock. He and his assistants, a look of resignation on their face.
And a lot of frustration showing there.
Second, good. They will obviously play to the buzzer, but it is a frustrated-looking team, 53-41. 12-point game, 7 to go. Moore lays it in. Nice play by Jack Moore. But it'll be too little too late as Alexander tips it away, and the Westhill Vikings will celebrate a 53-43 victory, and they will move on to the FCIAC Championship on Thursday night right here at Fairfield Warde High School. They will take on either the Wilton Warriors or the Danbury Hatters. Congratulations to the Westhill Vikings, a 10-point win. John and I will take a quick break and wrap it up right after this. Your final score, Westhill 53, Trumbull 43. Back to wrap up game number 1. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
I've got
Denali is your outdoor retail destination in the Westfield Trumbull Mall. For the last 21 years, we have carefully selected clothing, footwear, and gear from a variety of the best outdoor brands, such as the North Face, Patagonia, Vineyard Vines, UGG, Merrell, GoPro, New Balance, and many more. Our stores have a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you with all of your running, hiking, and cold weather needs, and in discovering all things outdoorsy and awesome. Visit us in the Westfield Trumbull Mall or online at DenaliOutdoor.com.
Here's Dan.
Hey guys, I'm here with Parrish Roll. Parrish, you had a huge performance here, knocking off the number 2 seed. What was working for you today?
Well, really, this morning I seen the all FCIAC team, and I just felt that I wasn't on it, so my job was to come in here and lock down the FCIAC Player of the Year. That's all. And just attack and be aggressive. Because last time we played, they beat us by 17, and one of their key players is out, so we just looked to take over and win.
You did it in that second half. You had the task of guarding Jack Moore, and you locked him down, limiting his shots, not giving him many good shots. What was your key to that success?
Well, they didn't respect me all year. They haven't got me nothing. And I seen him last game against Richfield. He lit him up for like 25. So if I wanted to win and get back and repeat, I just know I had to guard him and whatever, just sacrifice my body and my team.
Parrish, thank you very much. Good luck in the championship.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. We'll get you all the numbers in the second game. We'll line everything up, but we've got to say goodbye for now and get ready for game number 2. So that will do it from Fairfield Warde High School. The final score in game number 1, the Westhill Vikings 53 and the Trumbull Eagles 43. We are back for game number 2 in a short while as the Wilton Warriors take on the Danbury Hatters as we figure out who will play for the FCIAC Championship. But for now, for Dan Gardella, John Kovach, AJ Simonowski, our entire crew, Eric Gendron directing, Marty Hersom, Josh Fisher, that's everyone. I'm Rob Adams. We'll talk to you in a couple of minutes. 53-43, the final score from Fairfield Warde. You've been watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.